Welcome back, MVP Road Car. Today we're diving into something that feels like equal parts nostalgia, adrenaline, and futuristic engineering. The 2026 Plymouth Superbird isn't just a revival. It's a full-blown resurrection of an icon that once ruled NASCAR ovals and captured the imagination of car lovers for decades. Now it's back. Reimagined, electrified, and modernized, yet somehow still holding tight to the attitude that made the original legendary. So buckle in, because we're going deep into the exterior, interior, performance, and price, all in one detailed rundown. The first thing you notice before you even get close is the presence. The 2026 Superbird doesn't just roll up, it arrives. From a distance, you immediately recognize the silhouette. The iconic aerodynamic nose cone and that towering rear wing. But this time, they've been reshaped with modern aerodynamics and lightweight materials. Instead of being a retro copy, the new Superbird takes the essence of the original and filters it through the lens of 21st century design. The nose is sharper, the angles cleaner, and the airflow channels sculpted with computational precision. LED blade headlights slice through the front, hidden behind smoked aero glass that keeps the sleek look uninterrupted. The hood features twin heat extractors, functional and aggressive, almost daring you to push the car to its limits. Around the sides, the stance is wide and low, planted like a modern supercar but muscular like a Detroit classic. Flush door handles pop out with proximity sensors. The fenders are subtly flared, housing massive lightweight forged wheels wrapped in ultra-high performance tires. The body lines sweep back beautifully, channeling wind cleanly to the massive wing, which is made of carbon fiber and fully functional, adjusting angle automatically depending on speed and driving mode. Plymouth even added a modern bird decal on the rear pillar, sleek, minimal, and a respectful nod to the past. At the rear, you get a combination of nostalgia and modern drama. The taillights are a single, uninterrupted LED bar stretching across the back, and the diffuser underneath is aggressive enough to make a hypercar jealous. Dual exhaust ports sit wide and low, giving a clear hint that this machine means business. Even at a standstill, the Superbird feels like it's cutting through the air. It's old-school legend meets futuristic engineering. Now let's step inside. Because Plymouth made sure the interior matches the same. Balance of retro, charm, and tech-forward execution. Open the door and you're greeted by a cabin that feels premium, sporty, and unmistakably driver-focused. The seats are sculpted performance buckets wrapped in a blend of leather and alcantara, with contrast stitching shaped like feathered wing patterns. They're heated, ventilated, and fully adjustable, but still firm enough to remind you this car was made to be driven hard. The dashboard features a smooth, flowing design that curves around the driver, subtly nodding to 70s Mopar cockpit layouts. But everything is wrapped in modern materials. A fully digital gauge cluster sits behind the steering wheel, customizable with retro-inspired themes, including one styled after classic analog dials from the original Superbird. It's a cool touch that blends both eras beautifully. The center console houses a widescreen infotainment system with haptic controls and voice-activated navigation, performance analytics, and customizable drive modes. But Plymouth kept physical switches for key functions like traction control, launch control, and suspension settings. Because let's face it, tapping a screen just doesn't feel as satisfying as flipping a real switch when you're about to unleash power. The audio system, developed with Harman, pumps out crystal clear sound. Though honestly, the real music is in the engine. Carbon fiber and brushed aluminum accents run throughout the cabin, and ambient lighting lets you set the mood, from icy blue to crimson red. The steering wheel is thick, flat-bottomed, and covered in alcantara with a Superbird emblem in the center. Plymouth clearly wanted this car to feel premium but purposeful, blending luxury with track-ready intention. Even the rear seats, while small, are functional enough for short trips or tossing a bag or two. Alright, now let's get to the part that separates pretenders from legends: performance. And let me tell you, Plymouth did not play it safe. Under the hood sits a 6.4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 hybrid system. Yes, you heard that right. Classic muscle paired with cutting-edge hybrid technology. The result? A combined output of around 840 horsepower, depending on the driving mode. The gasoline engine sends raw power to the rear wheels, while twin electric motors boost instant torque and assist with traction during launch. 0 to 60 happens in about 2.7 seconds. The quarter-mile flies by in just over 10 seconds. And top speed? Electronically limited at 220 mph, though insiders say the car could exceed that on an unrestricted track. But it's not just about straight-line speed. Plymouth upgraded the suspension with adaptive dampers, an active aero system, and electronically controlled limited-slip differential. The steering is razor-sharp, and the hybrid system helps eliminate traditional turbo lag, giving you instant punch whether you're cruising or carving corners. The sound, by the way, is unreal. Plymouth engineered a dual-mode exhaust that blends the deep rumble of the V8 with futuristic electric whirs during certain modes. In Sport Plus mode, the engine roars like classic Detroit muscle, raw, angry, and full of character. In electric stealth mode, you can cruise almost silently for short distances. It's a bizarre but awesome contrast that somehow works perfectly in this car. Braking performance is equally impressive, thanks to carbon ceramic rotors paired with regenerative braking for the hybrid system. You can feel how planted and balanced the car is, even at high speeds. This isn't just a muscle car. It's a modern performance machine capable of keeping up with European supercars while still delivering the soul of an American icon. Now let's talk price, because this kind of engineering doesn't come cheap. Plymouth is releasing the 2026 Superbird in limited numbers, positioning it as a halo car to reintroduce the brand in a big way. The base model starts at around $145,000, fully loaded with performance packages, carbon upgrades, and premium interior options. You're looking at closer to $175,000 to $185,000 for collectors or die-hard Mopar fans. There's a launch edition featuring exclusive colors, badging, and a numbered plaque, priced at about $200,000. Considering what the car delivers, heritage, performance, and limited production, it's not surprising the pre-orders are already creating buzz. So what's the verdict? The 2026 Plymouth Superbird isn't just a retro revival, it's a statement. It captures the personality of the original without feeling trapped in nostalgia. It's bold, aerodynamic, powerful, and packed with modern technology. It's the kind of car that makes you stare, even if you're not a car enthusiast. Plymouth managed to bring back an icon in a way that honors the past and embraces the future all at once. If you're a fan of raw horsepower with modern precision, if you love cars that stand out instead of blending in, and if you want something rare that tells a story every time you hit the road, the Superbird might just be your dream machine. It's not just a car, it's a legend reborn. And it feels like we're witnessing history repeating itself in the best possible way. Thanks for riding along today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss more detailed reviews and first-look breakdowns. This is MVP Road Car, signing off until the next ride.